Rory McIlroy is walking into the Players' Championship this week with a broken-down back, 0 competitive rounds since his withdrawal at Bay Hill, and the weight of being the defending champion on his shoulders. That combination has the entire golf world holding its breath right now. If you enjoy following golf every week, hit that like button and subscribe. We are trying to grow, and every subscriber genuinely helps. Let's get into it. Last week at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, Rory felt something go wrong during his pre-round gym session. A sharp sensation in his lower back stopped him before he even got to the first tee. He pushed through to the practice range, hoping it would loosen up, but the spasms got worse instead of better. What followed was a decision nobody expected from one of the most durable players on tour. He withdrew from the tournament entirely. This was not a minor inconvenience. This was the first mid-tournament withdrawal Rory has made since 2013, over a decade of grinding through discomfort, through bad weather, through tough cuts, and this is the moment his body said enough. That context matters a lot heading into this week because the Players' Championship is not a casual warm-up event. It is one of the most physically demanding weeks on the entire schedule. TPC Sawgrass is a course that punishes every mistake and demands complete focus over 72 holes. Showing up there without a full week of competitive rounds in your legs and with a back that recently locked up entirely is genuinely concerning. After the withdrawal, Rory flew straight back to his home in South Florida and went directly into intensive physical therapy sessions. Every day between Bay Hill and Ponte Vedra Beach has been spent in treatment rooms rather than on practice fairways. While other players in the field were sharpening their games, getting competitive rounds in, and dialing in their distance control, Rory was lying on a treatment table hoping his body would cooperate. In time. As of now, he is still officially in the field and committed to playing. But committed and ready are two very different things. Here is why the stakes could not be any higher for him this week. Rory arrives at TPC Sawgrass as the defending champion after an unforgettable finish in 2025 when the tournament was pushed to a Monday morning finish due to heavy rain. He went 3 playoff holes against J.J. Spaun before finally securing the victory. That win made him a 2-time Players' Champion, joining a group of only 8 golfers in the tournament's 52-year history to win it more than once. Now he has a chance to do something even more extraordinary. A win this week would make him the only player alongside Scottie Scheffler to successfully defend the Players' Championship title. In over 5 decades of this tournament, that back-to-back defense has only been done once. The door is open for Rory to write his name into history, but only if his back holds up for 4 full rounds of competitive golf. The timing of this injury also hits differently when you consider where Rory sits in the world rankings right now. He is ranked number 2 in the world, just behind Scottie Scheffler. A deep run at the Players would put serious pressure on Scheffler's hold on that top spot and push Rory closer to reclaiming number 1. A poor showing or another withdrawal would do the opposite. And with the major season just around the corner, momentum right now is everything. Speaking of majors, let's not forget where Rory's head is this year, after what he accomplished in 2025. Winning the Masters, completed his career Grand Slam, and ended over a decade of pressure that had been building with every near miss at Augusta. Only 6 players in the history of golf have won all 4 modern major championships. Rory is now one of them. But completing the Grand Slam did not reduce the pressure, it actually raised it. Now every week carries the expectation of a true all-time great, and showing up injured at the biggest non-major on the calendar would chip away at the momentum he built coming off Augusta. If Rory does tee it up Thursday, he is scheduled to play alongside Xander Schauffele and Hideki Matsuyama in one of the most watched groups of the opening rounds. That pairing will draw enormous broadcast attention, meaning every wince, every slow stretch between shots, every moment of visible discomfort will be magnified on camera. There is nowhere to hide in a group like that under those conditions. The real concern beyond just playing is whether Rory can play well. Back spasms are not like a wrist strain or a knee issue that can be isolated. They affect your entire rotation, your follow-through, your ability to generate power without tensing up. A golfer playing through lower back problems often unconsciously alters their swing to protect the injury, and those compensations create new problems. Inconsistent ball striking, loss of distance control, missed fairways, in places you cannot afford them at TPC Sawgrass. That is a recipe for a tournament that falls apart fast. The 17th hole alone at TPC Sawgrass is one of the most punishing tee shots in all of golf. Standing over that short iron to the island green with a compromised back and no competitive rounds in your legs is a very different proposition than standing there fully fit and sharp. Every player in the field knows that one hole can swing a tournament, and right now, Rory is approaching it at a physical disadvantage. There is also a longer game to consider. If Rory aggravates the injury by pushing through this week, the consequences could stretch well beyond the players. The Masters is less than a month away. Defending a Grand Slam title at Augusta while dealing with a recurring back problem would be a nightmare scenario. At some point, the decision has to weigh what is best for the full season, not just 1 week. His team is clearly aware of this, which is why he is described as day-to-day rather than fully cleared. What makes all of this so gripping is that Rory has never been the type to quietly step aside. His competitive instinct is one of the things that separates him from nearly everyone else in the sport. If there is any realistic chance of him playing, he will try to play. That quality is exactly what has made him great. But it is also what makes this situation nerve-wracking from a fan perspective. The practice rounds begin Tuesday, and the first official round tees off Thursday. Between now and then, every update on Rory's physical condition will be watched closely. If he walks to the first tee Thursday morning, you can be sure the storyline of this entire tournament will center around whether he can hold it together physically through the weekend. If you enjoyed this, like the video and subscribe for more golf content every week. The Masters is just weeks away and a lot can happen between now and then. What are you most curious about heading into Augusta? Personally, I think Rory tees it up here, survives the cut, but the back ends his week before Sunday. Let me know your prediction below.